Basketball fans, welcome back. So the NBA finals are underway, and I've been watching them, but I've not been making videos. I've been focusing on the other channel talking about the Basketball Africa League. Make sure to go check that channel out, and also I've been sharing links to the videos on the community post, so make sure to check that as well. So in this video, I'll be talking about the NBA finals, and I'm going to talk about something that a lot of fans in the NBA Twitter space and X spaces have been talking about, and it's going to reference Adam Silver's decision to remove the NBA Finals logo on the NBA in the NBA courts. In this case, the Pacers and OKC Thunder. If you've noticed how fake the NBA logo, the championship logo that is there on the court during the game, it's fake because it's virtual. It's not similar to what we've been seeing through the years. And in recent years, we have seen different types of presentations for the NBA Finals. We have seen logo decals that are very big, and they kind of make the stage so prestige. But if you look at the NBA Finals now, it just looks like a random regular season game. And sorry to say, this is the biggest stage, but it just looks like any other stage. It doesn't look like it doesn't have like doesn't look like to have even the flair that it used to have in past years. So the NBA Finals logo has become a familiar sight for fans of the sport, and an unfortunate omission in recent years. So while there has been unrest about this change, Adam Silver, he came out and recently addressed why this needed to be done, and he gave one of the most funny answers, man. So there was an uproar around the absence of the NBA Finals logo on the court, and it has gotten a lot of attention. Unfortunately, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver recently shared why it was removed in the first place. So while speaking with NBA Countdown, he was asked about the omission of the iconic logo, and he came out and said this. So I've seen some chatter on social media about the on-court decals. People don't realize that they went away a decade ago because there were claims that they were slippery when we had the decals on the floor. So we are back to adding them virtually. So this is a similar argument I've seen even in the playing tournament courts, because when the NBA brought in the inaugural NBA in-season tournament, the courts were facelifted and looked different, and they had the huge decals for the NBA in-season tournament trophy, and also the colors were changing. So a couple of players came out and said like the courts were a bit slippery, and I feel like this is the main premise that they have done, and in that they have changed like the way the NBA finals look, because the only thing that makes the game look like an NBA finals is the patch on the jerseys, and that's it, and the commentary and the in the mid game commentary in there. So Adam Silver's comments are in response to the numerous social media posts about the absence of any embellishment on the court, marking the grand occasion that is the NBA finals. So historically, the NBA finals is known as the biggest stage in basketball, and not having the ingredients that make this the biggest stage leaves a different look in NBA fans, because even if I look at the game, it doesn't look grand to me. So historically, the event has always featured an icon or a logo to represent the event as a demarcation for why it was different from any other NBA game. So the presence of the logo became a part of the collective memory for fans, and fans have displayed their displeasure on the decision to remove the decals, because the decals make they make this game look different from any other game. Because if you look at the games right now, they look similar to any random regular season game. If you tune into Pacers versus OKC in the regular season and the NBA Finals, you will not see any difference. So, however, Adam Silver's justification for the same cannot be overlooked. Player health is a major responsibility undertaken by the NBA, and the finals are the last place that teams want to put their players at risk of an injury, considering the fact that there are players who are under max contracts, and players need to be protected by their team. So, regardless, there's a certainty between a particular magic around the NBA Finals. So, for a minor jersey alteration to feature special embroidery marking the occasion to hostile environments filled with hopeful fans, the event is certainly the most important in one's NBA's calendar. So for me, I always look forward to the NBA playoffs and finals, and I like to see different types of presentation, different types of decals put there, especially marking the occasion. So, and with regard to players' health, this is a decision that was a tough one, and the virtual logos that are being put on the court just don't cut it, and they just look fake. I don't know. For me, I don't like the way the presentation looks. So the NBA's recent attempts at bringing the NBA Finals logo back was seeing by placing it alongside the sidelines virtually. Needless to say, it wasn't met with any positive response as fans continue to roast the NBA on social media because, man, if you looked at it, it just looked fake. And this effort is one of many made to appease the fans so that it can increase the ratings. Because one thing that the NBA know, and even under Adam Silver knows, is if there's a negative, publicity for the NBA, it slows down the ratings. And if you don't appease the fans get angry and they will not be able to even give any positivity towards the NBA finals, and they're not going to be comfortable with how you're operating things. So every single thing that the NBA tries to do is they try to appease the fans, and any single thing that pisses them off and it creates like negative publicity, it really hurts their ratings because right now as we speak, the fans are not happy with how the NBA finals look, and they're not seeing even the value of the money, especially the ticket holders who are going to the actual arena and watching them. They are not having any pleasure watching this. So, yeah, the finals matchup between OKC and the Indiana Pacers features two young teams that are on the verge of making history for both franchises and winning their first championships in the longest time. So, while the story is compelling and features the best teams in the West, I mean, the marketing is the main difference. And if you look at even the way people are receiving this, people are not looking at this as a real NBA finals like that. Sorry to say, the casual NBA fans, the people who just tune in to watch the big games, are not watching this NBA finals. And this NBA finals has been crafted for the diehards because if you look at both sides, if you look at the Oklahoma City Thunder and their rebuild, if you look at the Indiana Pacers and the grit and grind every single season, this is built for the diehard fans. And now, if the NBA go ahead and don't appease the diehard fans, the drastic reduction of TV ratings continues, and the casual fans have already tuned out, and they don't even have any interest in watching this. So, while the ratings haven't necessarily been great, the quality of basketball has been nothing short of spectacular, especially featuring these two teams, headlined by the battle between Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Tyrese Halliburton. So the Thunder and Pacers finals matchup has had fans the edge of their seat, especially game one. Game two was kind of a snooze fest because of OKC's dominance. But heading back to game three, you could see the Pacers fought and they're able to defend home court. So with the Indiana Pacers taking a 2-1 lead in the series, the balance has shifted, and the OKC Thunder have their backs against the wall for the first time. And will they be able to go ahead and tie up the series, or will the Pacers go up 3-1? Because game fours are very pivotal in the series. They dictate if this series is going to play out all 6 games or 7 games, or even 6 games, or even maximum 5 games. So hopefully the OKC Thunder don't go down 3-1, because if they go down 3-1, there's a high likelihood that the Pacers will only need one win to go ahead and win it. So it is what it is. So do drop me your comments down in the comment section down below. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, get notified, and I'm out. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.